What a scene. A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. And the groupers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes offense will have first crack at this one. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit on time.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense comes out clearly wanting to throw the football. Nothing good on first down with incompletion. And how about this? You've got to protect your quarterback. That is priority number 1, and they give up a sack on play 2.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. The groupers' offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. And they'll start the night with a rush and maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for space. It's Peoples. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Smith. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back and know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it from the gun. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll go right back to the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Running back searching for a hole. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. looking for the end zone. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air, it's Sayin. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Gets open down the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They just keep firing. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Groupers with the 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Runs through a tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Groupers will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. To the ground with the back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy
He lets one fly deep.
can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Plows through the defense. Got the first down and more. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Spins away from the defense. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The groupers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll pull it on the read. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And the groupers are in the hurry-up. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The groupers send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Snagged in the middle, it's Tate. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Groupers will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field.
Ready, set. Easy.
They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Peoples. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
He'll bring it out. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The Buckeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on
Pickoff to stop the threat. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Took a shot as he threw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also, because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The groupers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. The option look. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the groupers will punt it away on 4th down. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Quickly out to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They'll run the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Using his feet. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
All right, man, I'm going to find that horseshoe somewhere. The offense now 4 for 4 on 4th downs. Are you kidding me? This luck will run out. I will find that horseshoe. Defense, just stay positive, keep aggressive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 17 over Kent State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And after having a nice gain like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. The groupers line up to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. He's got great speed. The solid return there off. Some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. And his first pass is incomplete.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the run, it's Craig. Crosses the 30. At the 45, on his way. Flying out to the left. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Groupers. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Here's a heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 4th quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun to give, looking for room. Bounced off his feet.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the pressure. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. They'll run the option. And the ball's out, and they're after it. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under fire, trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that 3rd down.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first. Gets down with the slide.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
Power football with the run. Just not willing to take the hit. He delivers it and gets to the 27. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Runs through the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for room, it's Jackson. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And